Well, Mickey, of course, a disappointing result, especially from where we had Lancashire on day one. Over the rest of the 3 days, it just seemed to get away from us a little bit. Does that match your assessment of the game?
Yeah, it does. I felt we were a little bit off in our disciplines this game, which was disappointing. But we had our opportunities, and we had Lancashire 138 for 6, and potentially bowl them out under 200, and we weren't able to do that. And we had our opportunities, and we never took them. And at this level, you have to make those opportunities count, which was disappointing.
Yeah, and you talk about missed opportunities. I suppose that's something that can be carried over from the last 2 weeks, these 2 championship games. You could say that on day 4 there was a real opportunity to go and win the game against Gloucestershire. That doesn't get taken in the final session, and then that carries into this fixture as well.
Yeah, 100% right. And part of our chat up in the dressing room today was we were outplayed over 4 days here. Your fourth innings is always going to be tough. I felt we certainly missed our opportunity with the ball in innings 1 when we had them on the rack, and then we batted, I think, in conditions that were the best, and we only batted 70 overs. We got 260 odd, which was nowhere near enough. So we were our own worst enemies. And then your mind goes back to that crucial run chase last week, where at one point we were over the line, and that didn't happen. So yeah, it goes back to that, and it just proves that when you get yourself into those positions, you've got to certainly capitalise and make sure you take them, because you work damn hard to get yourself in those positions, and you can't waste them.
Yeah, there were a couple of good individual performances though. Wayne Madsen continues to score runs, but also Ben Akerson gave a real indication that he's getting back to his best in this game. Yeah,
I thought Ben bowled beautifully. He really did. I thought he was outstanding. It's so good to see Ben coming back as strong as he is. He was very, very good. And then of course Matters just keeps churning them out. I mean, his appetite for runs is just. It's an inspiration to our whole dressing room, and he just doesn't stop scoring them. So long may that continue.
Yeah, just touching on Division 2, with the way results have gone this week, it looks like it's going to really tighten up the table. There's not going to be many points between probably second place right down to the bottom. And while that might be frustrating when you look at results that could have been, it also means there's a great opportunity for the remainder of the season to remain in that promotion hunt.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, we reiterated that now in the dressing room. That's what we do. We're putting together a squad that can compete and compete well in Division 1. That's our aim, that's our goal. We're not wavering from it. That's what we work for every day, and that's not going to change.
Yeah, a couple of injuries to touch on. Firstly, Harry Moore, it's been announced today that he will miss the remainder of the season with a stress fracture. I know that he came back really from an intense winter period away with England, and unfortunately he's picked up a bit of a knot which has developed into something more serious. First of all, how disappointed are you with that, and what will we be doing throughout the winter to get Harry ready for next season?
I'd almost forgotten about my disappointment, because that happened so long ago. But yeah, he had those 3 stress reactions, of which one has become a stress fracture, which is disappointing. But it's not uncommon for a young fast bowler like Harry, who's still growing, and we'll just give him expert attention. We'll give him expert care and make sure that he comes back fit, strong, and healthy, and ready to go for next season, because he's a wonderful prospect, and just can't wait to see him out there bowling for Derbyshire, because he's got the world at his feet. So yeah, it gives us an opportunity now to get him nice and strong and ready to go for what's going to come up next season.
Yeah, and 2 other players, Lewis Rees and David Lloyd. We've seen Lewis at lunch today, running on the outfield. David, of course, picked up a hamstring injury last time out against Gloucestershire. What's the situation with them?
Yeah, we're hoping and we'll have both of them back for the Leicestershire game. Touch wood that happens, because then it just gives us another couple of selection dilemmas or selection options for that game, and so hopefully we could have them both back for that one.
Yeah, and Lancashire on Saturday at Old Trafford, a chance to get back to T20 cricket, and hopefully find a bit of form in that competition?
Yeah, it's been interesting. It's just such small margins. Cricket is such small margins, and that's, whether it's red ball, whether it's white ball, it's very, very small margins, and we fall on the wrong side of those small margins in the first couple of games. So it gives us a real opportunity to go again, and we've almost got everything to play for now and nothing to lose. So we'll be very, very dangerous going forward in this comp.
Yeah, and lastly, it was also announced today that it's a sellout on Sunday for the game against Yorkshire, an 8th consecutive sellout for that fixture. In a game like that, when you've got the crowd right behind you, form almost goes out the window, doesn't it? It just becomes about wanting to win for those fans.
Yeah, of course it does. We love coming out here. We love coming to Chesterfield. There's always we always get great support. The guys are fantastic. We're excited to come and play in front of all those people. So hopefully we turn in another really good performance.